everybody, today I want to talk to you about lighting. Now I know a lot of you are seasoned preppers. You've been at this a long time, so this is nothing new to you. But as I've stated in all my videos, this is a prepping channel, okay? And I believe that people are getting carried away with things outside of the physical needs of prepping. And I feel that I need, as my channel goes, I need to keep it to prepping to help people prep. I get numerous new subscribers, as you all know. You hear me say this in every video just about. And as you've seen, I've just uploaded last week another whole list of new subscribers. Because I have new subscribers, I always cater to sticking to the basics and above, but the basics of prepping. People need to know how to prep, and they need to know what items to get or acquire, what items not to acquire, how to do things, you know. So I'm trying to keep this channel basic for everybody. Seasoned preppers, you're going to be so far past this that I don't have to worry about, you know, letting you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You've been at this for years. I've been at this for years. But I don't know everybody that's on my channel. I know a handful of you guys that I talk to personally. But, you know, out of a large subscriber base and new people coming on all the time, I need to be able to keep things for the new folks to be able to learn as well. So lighting. If shift happens, or if it's a grid down situation, you need several different ways to be able to have lighting available to you. So I wanted to touch on some of them. Some of them you see in their basic, but there's some of them sitting here that have additional features that you may not know about. So I want to keep this well-rounded for everyone. First of all, I will say candles, okay? These pack of tea candles, as you can see, it's a pretty good size pack. They're double stacked. I think, what did my wife pay? $2.70 at the dollar store. Hello, little man. $2.70 at the dollar store. Okay. Candles are very important. Now, I have candles coming out of our ears. We have lots, you know, full-on tall ones, the skinny ones, short, squat little things like this that are candles. I'm just putting a couple items down for you guys to have something to think about, okay? So candles, very, very important. A lot of candles burn out quickly, but if you look around, there's candles that are specifically made to last a long time. They're slow burning, okay, and they put out a good amount of light. So candles would be number one. Now, another way you could go would be something like this. This is basically the same thing as a candle, but this is kerosene, okay? Well, maybe, hold on. This one may not have kerosene in it. I'm not sure what's in it. It's a candle. I've had this candle for 10 years. I've never opened it or used it yet. All you do is pop the top off, light it. There you go. It's a candle. We have others of these. This particular kind I like. But it's a candle. It'd be kind of like getting the old style, and I have one in the other room, the old style lantern that you see that they would have off old trains and in mines and stuff like that. Well, I have one of those, and it still works. It still has a good wick in it. I've put kerosene in it, and it burns just fine. You know, the kind you lift it up, and there's a glass dome, and you light it, and you put it back down. I'm not talking about a hurricane lamp. I'm talking about an actual old 1800s lantern that you would find in a mine. So anyway, this is basically the same thing, just compact and made to put in a survival bag for emergencies. And that's exactly what I got this out of, our survival bag. Okay. You have to be able to light some of this stuff, right? So don't forget your lighter and your matches. Strike anywhere matches are the best to get. Now, we're talking about lighting here. I'm not talking about survival, so I'm not talking about, you know, waterproof matches and all that. We're not getting into that. Just something to be able to light your candles, okay? So strike anywhere matches, anything you want to use. Lighters, that's totally up to you. Okay, next, dollar store snap lights. You guys see these all the time. You just snap them, shake them. They light up a lime-colored green or blue or yellow or whatever they are. That's another area that you should have, another type of lighting you should have available to you. One of my videos I showed these. These are 20 cents at the dollar store. These are very bright. They come in, now the lighting won't show it in here, but as you can see the reflection on the table down here where my finger's at, they're blue and they light up blue. As you can tell, you can see it on my hand where I touch it. So these light up blue, 20 cents. The batteries can be replaced in these, or since you spent 20 cents, if you feel like toss them. I think it's a waste because the light will last a long time through many sets of batteries. But these are great. They're basically the same as this, only much brighter, considerably brighter. Blue, dollar store blue and red are the only two colors that I know of that they had. But 20 cents at the dollar store, okay? Headlamps are important, okay? You guys know what headlamps are. Yeah, especially if it's at night and you need to be able to use your hands, but you still need a flashlight on something. Headlamps, it's always important to have them. There's all different kinds. We have other kinds besides these. I just grabbed two of them out of one of our bags. Okay, and then something like this, a crank radio. I've showed this to you before in other videos. I wasn't going to get it out. It's inside the box. Well, I guess it isn't wrapped up. I thought it was. All right, so anyway, it's AM, FM, flashlight. It's not going to light up for you right now because I haven't cranked it and powered it up. But it's the crank type, and these things are great because with these things, as you can see, you don't have to have batteries. Crank them 40-50 turns, and the things will stay lit for a long time. If you're bored and you just want to sit there and crank on it for a while, you get these things to last half hour, no problem. AM, FM radio, crank light, no batteries needed, or you can put batteries in them. Again, this is about lighting, okay, for shift, and what you should be doing, what you should be acquiring a lot of, okay? In my opinion, hoarding. If it's a grid down situation, I feel that hoarding, so to speak, things for lighting is very important. Among other things, of which I'll have a list later, but lighting is one of them for sure. Now, this kind here, I've showed you. This is AM, FM radio, and on the top, it has adapters in it to be able to charge your cell phones, stuff like that, off of this. Again, this has a crank on it. If I can get it open. I always have a problem with this one. Okay, this one's crank as well, as you can tell. All right, you crank this puppy up, and then it has a couple different modes for light, low and then high, but I haven't cranked it, so you're not going to see that. And again, a radio, AM, FM radio, scans and charges your phones. So lighting and having numerous types of lighting is, in my opinion, very important, especially if things got to be a grid down situation, not just a shift situation. There's a lot of things that can happen that shift that has nothing to do with the power grid going down. Okay, next and finally would be flashlights. Now, there's all different kinds of flashlights, as you know. Little hand lights like this. It's very bright. Little pocket size light, little bug out bag size, whatever you want. But a regular old flashlight to have on you is a good idea. A larger flashlight, this is in one of our medical bags that I have. Now, these flashlights are not flashlights that I would recommend for self-defense, clearly. I mean, these aren't good for self-defense. But since we're talking about lighting and a must-have situation, having flashlights that serve more than one purpose is always a good deal. Okay, this flashlight here, now this one a lot of you probably couldn't purchase. I got this through Soldier Assist, but this is sold to military and police only. But still, there's other ones out there that you could get that are like this. It has a bezel specifically designed, as you can see, like that. It's specifically designed for self-defense, okay? It'll put the hurt on somebody, whether it's on some bone on your body or against the side of the head, whatever. These are made for self-defense as well as being good light. And the other problem with this kind of light is these get very hot. Is it a problem? It could be a problem. It's not. I mean, I'm aware of how hot these get, but when this has been on for a while, this gets really hot. And as it does, it warns you right on it, burn hazard. You could get burned because it gets very hot. So if you're using this as a light and a self-defense tool, works out very, very well. Just want to let you know. Now you can look into these. Some of these, they do make this brand, I believe, I'm assuming for general public and stuff, other versions of this light, but it's a Hellfighter. And then you have something like this Pentagon light. This is a real low power. This is only like 65 lumens, and I'm not too wild about it because it's bright, but it lends itself to being more of the yellow colored light, not like a bright blue type light. But this can go on my AR, it can go on my pocket, whatever. It's a good sized pocket flashlight, or it can go on a belt pouch. But what I like about this, it's like I said, it's a Pentagon. I don't even know if these guys still make this, if they're still in business or any of that. I've had these for years. But you can take the bezel down, and then this is made, again, they call this, everybody has a different name for it. These people call this an interrogation bezel. This is very sharp. It's very thin. I don't know if you can see that, how well that's going to show up. But again, for self-defense, this will put the hurt on somebody big time. So you have your flashlight and you have a self-defense tool. Okay, again, this is the kind of thing that it grabs, you can put it on something, grab and twist. I don't know if that's even going to show up here. No, it's not going to show up. But at any rate, I have tooth marks all around my arm right here, just from that little touch. There, see that? It'll show up. It grabs the skin as you twist. So, flashlights can be more than just flashlights. You just have to look around. But the reason I brought these out, again, this is to give you ideas for a grid down situation, shift, grid down, whatever. But these are items that I believe you should hoard, literally. You can't have too many candles. You can't have too many flashlights or snap sticks, the glow sticks or this kind here. Lighting is very, very important. And having a good supply of light and abilities to light things if the power is out is a very good idea. It's a wise idea. So again, these kind, you can crank them. You don't have to have any batteries. They're there. They're going to work for you no matter what. You don't have to buy batteries. Every one of these uses, CR123. This, I think, does also right here in the handle. And then this little thing is just a AAA. But that's it. I just wanted to give you guys suggestions, so hopefully you'll find this helpful. Now, the other thing with these crank radios, like this one's an emergency radio. One, you don't have to have the batteries for them, which is great. But again, you can also find out, like in this particular case, weather emergencies are going to come across it as well. But it's lighting. The whole point is it's lighting. They're crank lights that you don't have to use batteries on. So I hope you found that helpful. That's it. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't like it, thumbs up. And if you don't like it, thumbs down. That's fine. Subscribe to my channel if you like it. Let your friends know about it. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to support their channel, there's links in the About section to do that. There'll be links below as well. Stay safe, stay alert, and until I get another video out, we'll talk to you later. Bye.